Hello everybody, welcome to Erdinger Reviews. Thanks for joining me. It's Oktoberfest and we're probably halfway through it, and I've not reviewed anything kind of remotely themed around it. A little bit of bunting up, courtesy of House of Ales. But yeah, not done anything yet, so I'm going to put that right with this. Now, I used to drink a lot of this. This is Erdinger Weissbier, coming at 5.3% ABV. Yeah, so it's a wheat beer. When I was first started on this beer journey, this beer odyssey, I wanted to get into these fellas, and this is the one that I kept on coming back to and trying, mainly because it's in all the supermarkets and it's just really easy to get hold of. You can probably buy it for about £2, £2.20, something like that. And at the time, if I'm being honest, I did like it, and then I started having other wheat beers, better wheat beers, and this then I came to, I guess, dislike. So I haven't had one of these for a couple of years, so I'm interested to see how I feel about it now. Not quite, it's near the right glass, not quite. I'll pour this my way rather than the way you're supposed to pour these. You always get a cracking amount of carbonation, and for that, really good heads on these sorts of beers. So the fact it's poured with a good head is fine. Just got a little bit of swizzle around because these are known to have a little bit of sediment in the bottom of the bottles, so I just want to get that sediment out into the glass because it's all part of the flavour. There you go. And there we have it. Beer in a glass. It has poured I always want to call it hazy, I'll call it cloudy. Cloudy, golden colour with a good bubbly white, it's a creamy white head. And the thing about this, I realised with other wheat beers, is this has got masses of carbonation, a lot of carbonation. It's almost lager-like in its carbonation. You do get a lot of carbonation in these, but I find this beer in particular, just for me, seems to be a little bit overcarbonated. Let's get the aroma, shall we? It's really very mild. Now, I've had this in the alehouse today, just out, not even in the fridge, so it's a good cellar tight temperature. I didn't want it too cold. I found this, if you have it too cold, it completely gets rid of any aroma and most of the taste. Yeah, it smells of wheat. It is quite mild though, even at this temperature, it's still quite mild. It's got a little bit of that clove coming through, but not a lot. It's just really muted. Right, let's taste, shall we? Cheers, everybody. Happy Oktoberfest, everybody. I remember it from a couple of years ago. It's kind of got a flavour of wheat in there. But all the rest of it, all the rest of the flavours, just out there. You know, this is a Bavarian wheat beer. Bavarian wheat beer. It should be given, like I said, when I first started drinking this, I thought wheat beers, I can drink that, I like wheat beers. And then you start drinking proper wheat beers, and the flavours are just completely different. You know, you should be getting the wheat in there, should be getting a little bit of banana coming from it, from the yeast, should be getting a little bit of clove from the hops, should be getting, if it's sweet enough, should be getting a little bit of bubblegum type flavours. None of that. Quite a prickly carbonation. It's got, because it doesn't taste like it's 100% wheat. Yeah, it's got water, wheat malt, barley malt, hops, and yeast. And I don't think there's a lot of wheat malt in this. I'm not getting all those flavours. I'm not getting it too a big wheat flavour. Just getting mild wheat. That's all I'm getting from it, really. Nothing else. Like I said, should be getting a lot more flavour from it. But you don't. And I just wonder sometimes if this is the Bavarian version of one of our macro lager brewers, in that they pump out so much of this stuff. I've had the Dunkel, and Dunkel's the same. It's just not quite right for flavour wise. They just churn out so much of this stuff. They can, and the name alone gets it sold. That I just wonder if it's. I just wonder if they just don't care enough about it. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. One thing I will say about it, and I found it. If you're not sure about wheat beers, if you're not sure if you like wheat beers or not, it's probably a good starting point, because it has got that wheat aroma in there. It has got a very mild wheat flavour to it. So if you're not sure about your wheat beers, whether you like it or not, it's probably a good starting point. But that's it. It's inoffensive. It's refreshing. It's a good starting point for wheat beers, and for that I will score it 5 out of 10. It's just not right for the style. Yeah, 5 out of 10 from Andy's Beer Reviews. Thanks for joining me, really appreciate it. Comment. Again, it's another beer. A lot of you will have drunk this. Be interested to see what your thoughts about it are. What's your favourite wheat beers? Let's share, shall we? Yeah, comment, like, subscribe, all the usual stuff. But more important than that, whatever you're drinking, please enjoy it. Until next review, cheers everybody.